Greetings and welcome to Monster Legends, and another special feeding episode. This time we're going to be feeding a lady who's actually been waiting quite a long time. Yes, indeed. This is GaiaNova, and unfortunately she's got a locked Rune slot. Maybe we'll be opening that up. Really depends on her, doesn't it? And the skills. So let's find a home for her. Yeah, I actually made space for her. Somebody kind of went into the vault. Yeah, somebody kind of went into the vault. Okay, she beats up people. That's what I like to see from my monsters. Alright, so where is she in there? She's hiding in there somewhere, and this is someone we're going to rename, of course. Anyway, this is GaiaNova. She is a legendary. She is Earth. And apparently she's also hardened. She has a 20% chance to resist those nasty, nasty negative status effects. She is faster than she is powerful. Life is around normal, around mid-range, probably around 10,000 or something once we get her up to 60. And let's check out some skills here. Alright, here we got Earth Spirit Blessing. Low physical damage, one enemy. And then we have Father's Dream. Deals moderate earth damage to one enemy. And of course, that big old special skill we saw, which is Fistquake. Deals massive earth damage to all enemies, applies stun to all enemies. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good indeed. When GaiaNova was born, her father had a prophetic dream that his daughter was blessed with the spirit of earth and destined to be the first female to lead the tribe. When she grew up, she lived up to the expectations, faster and bigger than the rest, fiercer than anyone else. Okay, well right now she's just a little one. So we're going to have to put some tomatoes in her to get her grow up here so we can see some skills. So let's get her to her first evolution at level 4. Okay, there she is. Okay, she's looking bigger, stronger, and fiercer. Still got some growing to do, but we got to get some skills there first. So let's get going with the skills. The first one will be at level 7. Soil Claws. Deals moderate earth damage to one enemy. Okay, decent damage, no cooldown. Pretty standard one. Earth creatures have a tendency to stun or shield or something to that line, so we'll see where she goes from there. I'm guessing that shielding probably isn't going to be what she does, but I could be wrong. We'll see. We'll see how in tune with Mother Earth she is. So let's continue to level 10 and her next skill. Fragile Gravel. Deals moderate earth damage to one enemy. 50% chance of applying quicksands. Okay, I didn't realize she did quicksands. That's a good thing. For our side, that is. Not for the enemies. Alright, let's continue to level 15 and her next skill. Mudslide. Gives 50% of stamina to itself. Gives extra turn to itself. That's kind of interesting. I don't know if I would end up keeping that. It really depends, doesn't it? Alright, so I'm going to take that out because I like skills like that to be on the end. And let's face it, it's a 50% chance of quicksands. I'm not going to keep that. I'm going to guess she's going to get a higher percentage chance. It's just a guess, but I think so. Alright, let's continue to level 20. And another skill. Rock Slide. Deals moderate special damage to one enemy. Gives extra turn to itself. Okay, is she going to be doing a lot of that? I don't complain. No complaints here. Let's throw that right there. Alright, so let's continue. And of course her final evolution and another skill are waiting at 25. Earth Claws. Deals heavy earth damage to one enemy. Okay, well I mean that's an upgrade to that one, so we're just going to take it. Okay, and there she is, her final form. Yes, she's fast. She's fierce. Look out, world. GaiaNova is on the prowl. Alright, let's continue to level 30. Gravel Dust. Deals moderate earth damage to one enemy, applies quicksands to one enemy. That's a good skill. Alright, you know, I don't need this one. I don't need this one. It's just, you know, it's heavy. Okay, it's a little bit more damage. But this is quicksands. for 4 turns, and it's only a 1 round cooldown. I don't need this one. If this one ends up turning massive or something like that, we might find a place for it. But at the moment, I don't need Earth Claws. Alright, so let's continue to level 35. I'm hoping for a good one for that first spot. Clay Claws, okay. Deals heavy earth damage to one. Oh, it's very similar to the one I just got rid of. It's just a bit more. I think no. I think no. I'm kind of looking for some functionality. I'm hoping we got something good for that first spot. But let's just continue to see her skills, because I'm sure we got a couple of others we haven't seen yet, right? Alright, level 40. Clay Claws. You know what? I'm going to put that in the first spot just because I don't want to see it anymore. Because otherwise we're just going to keep getting hammered with it, you know? They're like, really? Take it? Really? Alright, so I would think she's got at least one more. I hope I get what I'm looking for. That's what I'm saying here. Alright, so let's continue to level 45. Earth Claws. No reason for it if we got Clay Claws, you know? Just no reason. Alright, let's continue to level 50. I'm getting a little nervous here, frankly. Massive Gravel Dust. Deals moderate earth damage to all enemies. Applies quicksand to all enemies. That's what I was looking for. Okay, yeah, right. I was kind of thinking she might be a stunner. Well, she is stunning, of course. But I was thinking she was going to be a stunner based on her special skill. But I guess not. So this is kind of what I'm supposed to be looking for. So it's only got a 2-round cooldown, which is pretty cool, too. Okay, I'm guessing we have our final set of skills here. So we'll just see what we're going to get with these last two. I think we've pretty much seen everything. I would like an upgrade of something, but I think I'd be kind of happy with what we have. We'll see. Earth Claws. We don't need that one. Actually, let's take a quick look here for a moment. Now we have this one here. This one is a decent enough hit, and it gives an extra turn, so you have to go with that, right? This one is a single hit that basically does what the first one does, but I mean it's still a decent hit, and if someone was to resist the quicksands, this is a chance to put it on again. This one all of a sudden isn't such a bad thing to have. So I don't think, okay, that's a 4-round cooldown. That's a little bit extreme. That's a 1-round cooldown. That's a 2-round cooldown. All right, now you would lead with this one. Then you'd probably you probably come back with this one, which would reduce the cooldown of this one to 1. But then you'd be able to do this one immediately. And then this one would be available again. And you can always do this. Yeah, I mean, I think we're set. I think we're set. Unless she's got something else hiding at level 60. She does not. All right, I'm just going to take a very quick look to see if there is something we didn't get. We didn't get this one. Okay, Avalanche. Deals low special damage to all enemies, gives extra turn to itself. You know, I probably would work that in somewhere. 5-round cooldown is really high. I'd have to think about that one. I'd have to think about that one. It is low damage, but I mean, it's a 5-round cooldown. That's a lot. I mean, do I want the moderate hit against one, or do I want this one against all of them? And that one, I'm talking about this one, I believe? Right. So what I want the heavier hit, it's got the extra round cooldown to it. But I don't think that would be a problem except for an extended fight. All right. One way or another, we don't have it. We'll get it eventually. We'll deal with it then. All right. Let's take a look at her final numbers here. All right. Well, she's a little lighter in the life than I thought she was going to be. But still, it's middle of the road. It's a middle of the road. She does seem to be, I wouldn't say a damage dealer. She doesn't have a lot of utility except, of course, being able to attack a lot. But she does do the dots, the quicksand and such. But it's hard to say what. I'm not really sure why her speed is faster than her power. I guess for applying the dots. But I mean, she does extra turns. I guess maybe to get her to attack as soon as possible. I just don't really see where she benefits from the speed. I would have actually preferred that those stats been reversed. You know, that she'd had a little bit more power. But, you know, she is what she is, and we're going to accept her for what she is. So let's take a look at her skills. All right, so let's start with this one. This was the last skill that we got. Massive Gravel Dust. Deals moderate earth damage to all enemies, applies quicksand to all enemies. So she's going to attack the entire enemy group. She's going to try to give them quicksands. I don't think there's anyone that has an immunity to quicksands. I could be wrong about that. But, I mean, it could also be resisted. She could also miss. But anyway, quicksands is a very good dot. It mixes in with the other ones. You know, the fire and the burning and the poison. So you can really stack stuff on. And it goes for 4 rounds. It's pretty good damage over time. So it doesn't really matter as much that it's not like high damage. But it's middle of the range moderate damage. So that's not so bad. That's a pretty good attack right there. Then we have Rock Slide. Deals moderate special damage to one enemy, gives an extra turn. You'd probably lead with this one. You'd lead with this one because then you can just come right back and do this. Right? Because, I mean, that's the way extra turns work, right? You go until you hit the one that doesn't give you the extra turn, right? In this case, I'm strongly considering putting the one that we didn't get into this spot. It does. The other one does have an extra round cooldown, but I don't think it's going to matter, as I said, unless a fight drags on for a long period of time. See, the way I would see this is you could lead with this and then come back with this, or you could just say, I start to fight with this. And then the next round you can do this and then come back to this. And meanwhile, this is now available again. And the next time that you attack, you can start with this, get your stamina back, and then go with that. So, I guess it would really depend on the fight situation, but I don't know. I think maybe that I would go with the group one, because in the whole it will actually end up doing more damage because you're spreading it around. I'm going to have to think about that. That's definitely something I'm going to want to test with. Okay, and then we have Gravel Dust. Deals moderate earth damage to one enemy, applies quicksands to one enemy. Now this is a single target version of this. As a matter of fact, it's only a little bit more damage, but it is something that has a 1 round cooldown, and it kind of makes her stuff work a little bit better because of it. Because, I mean, she does have a couple here that have really big cooldowns. The one we were just looking at, which is a 4 round cooldown, and if I put the other one in, that's a 5 round cooldown. And then you have this one, Mudslide. This was gotten early, but some skills when you get them early are just really useful. So this is Mudslide, gives 50% of her stamina back, and it gives her an extra turn. So if she, say for a second, she doesn't have the 29 stamina to do this, when you come around later in the fight. Well, if you have 21 stamina, you can do this, she gets her stamina back, and then she can immediately do this. So that's very, very useful. That is very, very useful indeed. And then the next round, because you've done that, you actually get this one back, because it's a 1 round cooldown. If you use this one and then the next turn you use this, then you get that one back. Or you can just do this one. It really depends on what you want to do at that point, doesn't it? But anyway, she's got some decent skills here. I was kind of expecting some kind of stunning because of her special skill, but I'm guessing she lives and breathes on quicksands and extra turns. As I said, I would really like it if her speed and power had been reversed. It seems that basically they want her to act as soon as possible, and then to, you know, get the quicksands and the extra attacks down as soon as possible. So I mean, that's fine. I mean, we have to test with her. I don't know in terms of, at this moment, I'm not really sure what I would do with runes. I mean, her power isn't terrible. Her speed is very good. It's just a matter of perspective there, you know. I would rather have had her power be a little bit more. But, I mean, she doesn't have anything that's like heavy damage. I mean, she did have a couple of hits that I didn't leave in there. I may end up going back and looking at those. We'll see what happens, you know, during testing, if I decide to make a change or not. Definitely some kind of damage, power increase. Probably speed, take advantage of her speed. I just don't see a reason to do more than 1 speed on her. Because, you know, she doesn't have denial. she's not even going to be, she hasn't denial of any kind. It's all a matter of getting the quicksands down and then getting the extra hits in. So you might actually put a support on her after that. I'm not really sure. I don't know. I can't see putting multiple damages on her. I can't see putting multiple speeds on her because she doesn't really utilize either one of them effectively enough to do that. Health really wouldn't do too good either. So that's the reason I'm thinking either a damage support or a speed support. I mean, I wouldn't put stamina on her. She's got her own little fix for stamina, you know, with that last skill that gives her 50% back and then another turn. So I wouldn't do that. So as I said, I'd put a big old damage on her, a big old speed on her, and probably a support. Maybe a support speed. I don't really have as much of that as I should have. So that's probably what I would do. So anyway, this is GaiaNova. She's quite interesting. She does a lot of quick sandy stuff and a lot of extra turns. Can't wait to start testing with her. So anyway, thank you very much for your attention. I really appreciate it. And play games, because games are fun. See ya.